So to avoid any other technical difficulties, we hope that all of you stay muted and turn your camera off while the webinar is going. If you come up with any comments or questions during the webinar, you can send them on the chat window. So the reason why we are here today is linked to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's ambition to accelerate the development of the country into an industrial powerhouse and a global logistic hub with its Saudi Vision 2030 strategy. To unlock the potential of the new technology and prepare Saudi youth for the next digital revolution, together with STC, we Ultrahack organized the AIoT Hackathon to look for innovative solutions to unlock the AIoT potential in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia through the use cases of smart cities, industries, and agriculture and healthcare. This hackathon will take place on the 10th to 12th October, lasting 48 hours in our virtual platform. It is open for all the university students from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and STC employees and STC subsidiaries. I am Katarina Palvas. I'm managing the project from the Ultrahack side. We, Ultrahack, are one of the leading hackathon platforms and communities in the world, creating meaningful digital solution and business prototypes with our customers. And to support this amazing initiative of STC to become reality, our team is also working with Nokia to unlock the potential of the new technology and prepare Saudi youth for the next digital revolutions. In this webinar, you will learn about the hackathon challenge itself, more from the STC, and more about the AIoT solutions from Nokia. We have very prestigious speakers joining from these two companies with us today. In addition to this, we demonstrate to you how to submit your application and offer in the end the possibility to you ask any questions regarding the hackathon or the application process in the Q&A section. During the webinar, you can write the questions in the chat whenever a question comes to your mind, and then we go them jointly through in the end. But without further ado, to get more familiar with the challenge and our prestigious partner company, I would like to ask Mr. Ahmed Al-Hamran. Please, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Katrina. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. حيا الله الجميع من الأخوة الطلاب وموظفين شركة الاتصال السعودية. شركة الاتصال السعودية ترحب بالجميع انطلاقا من حرصها على تنظيم المنافسات في مجال الذكاء الصناعي ومجال انترنت الأشياء وما تعود عليه بالفائدة للجميع ومناسبة لرؤية المملكة 2030. We welcome everybody from STC and university across the kingdom. This hackathon focused on artificial intelligence combined with IoTs, which is, as you know, a new trend that for this year and for next year. And based on that, we will work on this competition, on this hackathon, to solve the real world enterprise and society challenge. While IoT create a very large number of connected devices, artificial intelligence make this device come alive. For example, you can use an IP camera, as you know, which is an IoT device for apartment security. However, without artificial intelligence, you need to monitor video from IP camera real time in order to respond to emergency. But when using artificial intelligence together, IP camera, that's will enable the monitoring automatically, and this risk can be recognized automatically and alert sent automatically to all. As seen from this example, artificial intelligence with IoT can help business to increase their efficiency, also allowing them to gain competitive advantage to better compete in marketplace. Also, this artificial intelligence hackathon is an excellent opportunity for all of you as TC employees or university students to unlock your potential and become digital champion in the kingdom and beyond. We are at STC are looking forward to receiving your innovative ideas around AI, artificial intelligence IoT, with focus on three key domains: smart cities, industries, architecture, agriculture, and healthcare. Thank for all of you, and we are looking to see you during the hackathon event from 10 to 12 October 2021. شكرا جزيلا لمشاركتكم وحضوركم هذا اللقاء التعريفي، وأترك المجال للأخوة الأعزاء يشرحون تفاصيل أكثر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Katrina, it's yours.
Thank you so much. And next, we will have a speaker from Nokia, Mr. Tamer Allah.
Assalamu alaikum. First, let me share my screen. First of all, thank you very much for letting me part of this hackathon. Today, we are going to talk about artificial intelligence using the data collected from IoT. Okay, the possibilities and what we can do from this data is limitless. We were going to talk about, first thing, what's the definition of Internet of Things, يعني إيه Internet الأشياء. Second thing, we're going to talk about artificial intelligence, how to proceed with artificial intelligence, how to make a strategy that works for artificial intelligence. ازاي نقدر نبتدي في مشروع للذكاء الصناعي، ازاي نقدر نكمل فيه، وازاي نجيب الداتا بحيث ان هو يبقى مشروع ناجح. Third thing, we're going to talk about use cases. There is lots of use cases that can be used using artificial intelligence for Internet of Things, like the digital twins اللي هو for industry 4.0 للمصانع، للعربيات، للطائرات، agriculture والكراود كنترول. الاي او تي هي انترنت الاشياء، Internet of Things. Things can be sensors, can be IP cameras, can be financial data, can be text from customer service, can can be anything, as long as it is repeated on certain time frames. Means that the sensors, temperature sensor, or viscosity sensor, or humidity sensor, it can be anything. IP camera can be images, can be videos. This is data, okay? Data from or text from customer service that comes. This is also data. As long as these data are collected, okay, and stored into our databases, we can visualize them. But these data does not give you an indicator, can give you a trend. But at the end of the day, you have to make sense and have to take a decision based on these data that you have got. احنا قاعدين بنلم داتا وقاعدين بنلم معلومات، بس في آخر المطاف لازم ناخد قرار بناء على هذه الداتا اللي عندنا. هناخد قرار ازاي؟ عن طريق الذكاء الصناعي، او نخلي حد زي ما باشمهندس احمد قال، لا حد قاعد فوق الداتا دي 24 ساعه ويراقبها، او نبني artificial intelligence who can accelerate and improve the way we analyze data. وبيزد على الداتا اللي احنا هناخدها ونقراها ونفهمها، اوكي، we can take actions and predict outcomes. نقدر نتوقع ايه اللي هيحصل بعد كده. عشان نشتغل في اي مشروع AI, we have first of all we have to sit down، نقعد ندرس الموضوع ده ونشوف مين اللي هيستفيد منه، ايه الاستفاده منه. What's the benefits of AI? What's the benefit of this project that we're going to have? Let's take an example, the IP camera that we were talking about earlier, okay? IP camera that we installed in our home. The benefit of installing this camera is to have security in our home. So we're going to feed it, okay, with images. My image, my kid's image, my parents' image, my wife's image, okay? Based on this, okay, we're going to train the module, the AI module, and tell them that these guys are okay to enter the home. الناس دي مقبول ان هي تخش البيت. اي حد تاني بره الناس دي مش مقبول ان هو يخش البيت. ولو حصل وحاول منهم انه حد يقرب من الباب، the alarm should be triggered واكشن should be done. اوكي، فاحنا عملنا مشروع كامل، حددنا الهدف منه، حددنا الداتا هتيجي منين، حددنا التريننج داتا هنجيبها، نمرن الماشين ليرنينج موديل بتاعنا والاي اي موديل بتاعنا عليها، وحددنا الاكشن اللي احنا هيتاخد عليه. الكلام this can be done on different projects, like for example the fraud detection in credit cards في البنوك. If we every day we buy this more or less from the same area in Riyadh, and one day we find some kind of a transaction happening in Europe, okay, which does not make sense. It's out of the norm. قبل كده كان قبل الاي اي كان بيحصل ان هو في حد بيراجع الترانزاكشن دي ويقول الترانزاكشن دي مش مظبوطه وممكن نوقفها ونرجع للعميل. اللي بيحصل دلوقتي ان هو الداتا دي بتعدي على طول اوتوماتيكلي على AI fraud detection بناء على الهيستوري بتاعها، بيوقفها في ساعتها او بيعمل لها الارم في ساعتها. فالمراحل بتاعه الاي اي بروجكت لازم تعدي من الاستراتيجي، ان احنا عايزين ناخد مين ايه المستفاد بالنهايه من مشروع الاي اي، the kind of data that we're going to collect, either sensor data or images or text or speech or basic financial transactions. الاناليتكس how we're going to train our data, the module, the technical part of AI, how many layer in the neural network, how many algorithm are we going to use, the efficiencies that we are acceptable for us, and then we go through the testing, and then we go through production. And at the end of the day, we have an outcome coming out of this production or data or AI. This outcome will trigger an action based on this. أي مشروع AI بيعدي على 5 مراحل. Comes through 5 stages. The first stage is about exploring. And basically this hackathon is about exploring, okay? What kind of projects you want to be in, who will benefit from this, and how we can do it. This is good or not, how we're going to do it, how we're going as STC or as Saudis, how this will impact the society. Second thing, we're going through experimenting. Let's try. We collect the data, we try our neural network. We have efficiency, we try to improve it. We work on it, okay? This is proof of concept. Third part, formalizing. ننتقل من مرحلة proof of concept إلى البرودكشن. اوكي؟ ان احنا نبني بقى الداتا بايب لاين، ان احنا نظبط بقى ان هو كل يوم الداتا دي هتخش على الماشين ليرنينج الجوريزم بتاعنا ويطلع لنا الاوتبوت بتاعنا. المرحله الرابعه ان احنا نعلي بالافشنسي بتاعتنا، بدل ما كانت 89 تبقى 93 تبقى 99. المرحله الرابعه اللي هي الكالتشر تشينج، ان احنا يبقى عندنا ده جوه الاورجنايزيشن بتاعتنا او جوه المجتمع بتاعنا او جوه الحياه بتاعتنا بنتعامل بيها ازاي. ترانسفورميشن. اليوز كيسز for AI is based on IoT data is countless. Can be in manufacturing, can be in logistics and transportation, can be mining and oil and gas, can be electricity or water, it can be public safety, can be smart cities and agriculture. A lot. في حاجات كتير جدا. هنتكلم على 3 use cases. اليوز كيس الاولانيه الديجيتال توين والاندستري 4.0. الديجيتال توين اللي هي المحاكاه، ان انا يبقى عندي جهاز او اوبجكت زي عربيه، زي طياره، زي مصنع، زي بني ادم شخصيا، اوكي، وانا بقرا الفايتال بتاعته عن طريق سنسورز. سواء عربيه، لو بنتكلم على العربيه بنتكلم على ضغط الهواء اللي في العجل، air pressure in the tires, viscosity of oil, temperature, water temperature in the motor, air condition, efficiency، الحاجات دي كلها. الطياره الايرباص، طيارات الايرباص فيها حوالي 20,000 سنسور. في حاجات معظم السنسورز دي بتريبورت باك ان ريل تايم لايرباص ولشركه الطيران عشان لو في اي مشكله تتعالج في ساعتها. الفاكتوريز، معظم الفاكتوريز دلوقتي اللي فيها اوتوميشن، فيها يعني اللي هي اذرع اللي هي بتوتوميت وتنقل حاجه من مكان الى مكان. الحاجات دي بتتحرك بصفه مستمره، بيبقى فيها عليها سترين جيجز، دي بيبقى عليها سنسورز بتقرا الكلام ده. في اي نوع من انواع الترند بيحصل مختلف، اوكي، بيتم الديتكشن بتاعته. والغرض من الديجيتال توين حاجه ثانيه خالص، ان احنا نقدر نعمل بالسيميوليشن ديت ان احنا نشوف الترند رايح فين. what if scenario if we increase for example the viscosity speed of the car from 120 km per hour to 200 km per hour. طبعا احنا ممكن نجيب عربيه ونحط فيها سواق او نحط فيها ضمي ونخليها نزودها 200 كيلو، خليها تضرب في الحيطه، بس كده هنضيع عربيه. it's not economically viable. وكان ممكن نعمل نفس الكلام دوت في صوره محاكاه او سيميليشن. الموضوع دوت هيبقى اسهل، كوست اوبتمايزيشن اكتر. ممكن نعمل كذا محاوله، ممكن نشوف الترند ده هيبقى عامل ازاي، وبالتالي نقدر نزود الافشنسي، ننكريز الافشنسي بتاعه العربيات دي. ان احنا لو ممكن زودنا الفيسكوسيتي بتاعه الاويل اللي في المحرك هيبقى شكلها عامل ازاي، او قللناها، ونعمل رن تاني للديجيتال للسيميوليشن، وبالتالي نقدر نزود الريسك بصفه عامه، سواء في الطياره، سواء في العربيه، سواء في المصنع، سواء في البني ادم نفسه. اوكي، لان احنا برضو في الديجيتال هيلث احنا ممكن نشوف اثر الدواء دوت على البني ادم ده هيحصل شكله عامل ازاي لو عملنا عليه تجارب، بدل ما نجيب تجارب بني ادم نديله ادويه. ممكن نعمل الكلام ده عن طريق الديجيتال توين والهيلث. لو نيجي نتكلم على المصانع، زي ما قلنا ان احنا لو عندنا مثلا مصنع السترين جيج بيتحرك الترند، او بيحصل فيها مايكرو كراكس عن طريق الحركه المستمره ليها. المايكرو كراكس دي لو بتتحرك في ترند بوزيتيف، اوكي، يبقى احنا لازم نوقف الليفر دوت في وقت in a downtime where the factory is not operating at maximum, and we change it. We make preventive maintenance. Then if we continue with positive trend in the micro cracks, at one point of time there will be a failure, and we'll have stop the production, and the production of the factory will halt, ونوقف الانتاج، ويحصل عندنا مشاكل كبيره جدا. لو قدرنا نعمل preventive maintenance من الاول ونلحق المكنه دي من الاول بخير. في نفس الوقت بالنسبه للاكزامبل تاني، احنا لو عندنا ليكج في مواسير ميه، او في مواسير زيت، او مواسير اي نوع من انواع السوائل، لو الليكج ده بيزيد، الترند بتاعه عملنا له اناليسيس ان احنا هنا بيزيد، يبقى لازم ان داون تايم نوقف الترند، نغير الفالف، ونرجع تاني كل حاجه زي ما كانت. اوكي، لان برضو لو حصل ليكج كبير في وقت ان برودكشن تايم، عمليه الانتاج هتقف، وده عندنا خسائر كبيره جدا. الجزء الثاني ان احنا agriculture كنوع part of the initiative for Saudi and for STC for sustainability that we need to monitor. We can use the IoT for sustainable agriculture. ازاي؟ لو حطينا منطقة أرض زراعية humidity sensors, temperature sensor، حطينا كنترول على الووتر جيجز بيزد على الهيستوريكال داتا بتاعتنا، ان هو التمبريتشر، درجه الحراره والرطوبه، ودرجه الرطوبه اللي في التربه ورطوبه الجو. نقدر نتحكم في الووتر جيجز اللي هتعدي الميه، اللي هتعدي النباتات. في ابلكيشن كمان ان احنا ممكن نحط كاميرات فوق المحاصيل الزراعيه، الرقعه الزراعيه. الهدف منها مراقبه حاجتين: مراقبه الحيوانات الضاره، ومراقبه الحشائش الضاره. دي ابلكيشن ظريفه جدا ممكن تستعمل في الهاكاثون بصفه عامه. ان هو ممكن يبقى عندنا داتابيز لجميع انواع الحشائش الضاره، وعن طريق الايمج ريكوجنيشن ممكن نتعرف عليها، ممكن الكاميرا تتعرف عليها، ونقول في اللوكيشن الفلاني، في المكان الفلاني، في هذه الحشائش الضاره. والاكشن اللي هيطلع ان هو حد الارم للمزارع: روح شيل هذه الحشائش الضاره من المكان ده. مهم جدا ان احنا الكلام دوت عشان نقدر نوصل لاوبتمايزد سستينبل irrigation and agriculture في السعوديه وفي العالم كله. اخر حاجه الكراود كنترول للحج والعمره. الحج والعمرة في الفترة اللي جاية والمقبلة وحاليا نتيجة كوفيد 19 في constraints كتير جدا، منها التباعد الاجتماعي ومنها مراقبة صحة الحجاج. فاحنا عندنا IoTs السنسورز اللي احنا بنتكلم عليها، اللي هي الهيلث بتاعة الحجاج، سواء البيت بير مينت، سواء معدل نسبة الأكسجين في الدم وأماكنهم، والجي بي اس بتاع أماكن الحجاج. الداتا دي احنا ممكن نكولكتها، نقدر نعمل اناليسز عليها، عن طريق الاناليسز ده ممكن نشوف كذا حاجة. أولا الروتس اللي بتحرك فيها الحجاج، أنسب روتس ممكن يتحركوا فيها. احنا عارفين الشعائر بتتحركوا من نقطة واحد، نقطة اتنين، نقطة تلاتة، نقطة أربعة، فنقدر نوبتمايز الروتس ديت بحيث إن ما يحصلش زحمة في مكان ما، ونحافظ على التباعد الاجتماعي ما بين الناس. النقطة الثانية إن إحنا نقدر نراقب الترند بتاعة الهيلث. we can monitor the trend for pilgrims، حجاج والمعتمرين، and we can detect if there is a negative trend going on for their health، ونلحقهم قبل ما يحصل مأساة. دي من الحاجات ممكن تعلي كتير جدا الافشنسي والاكسبيرينس بتاعه الحجاج المعتمرين. في نفس الوقت عن طريق ان احنا مش لازم نكسبوز المعلومات بتاعه الاشخاص، ممكن تبقى كلها ان برايفسي وبدون تدخل في الحريه الشخصيه دي. دي امثله بسيطه جدا للي ممكن that can be done on AI on IoT. Catherine, if it's back to you. I think I'm done, and if you have any questions, we can move to Q&A now.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Allah, and also Mr. Al-Hamran before that. And before going to the Q&A, let's go through together the application process and still summarize who can apply. So let's start with the application requirements. So we accept only applications from the teams. So you cannot apply individually to take part of the hackathon. Teams should consist 2 to 4 people, and these teams can be a combination of the university students from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and also employees of STC. The students should register using their university emails and present the enrollment letter from the university in their application profile. In case you have already applied as an individual, you need to find the teammates and add them to your project, as we don't process the individual applications. To find the team members, one option is that you can connect with other interested applicants through our Slack channel, where you can meet the others, and this link will be sent to the chat. And next, we will go through the application steps and show you in practice how the website looks like if you haven't visited the challenge page yet. So when you sign up first time to the Ultrahack platform, you need to sign up with your email. In this section, you insert your email address and you will receive a disposable password code that you can use as a password to get into the platform. Then when you are in, scroll down to the STC challenge and fill in your contact information. Mark down if you're a student and fill in also your student ID number and email address there. You can select the role which you will take part in. So you can select multiple ones depending on your skill set, what you could bring to the hackathon. Then when you submit, the page continues to enter your project proposal. And please keep in mind that the submission is the basis we evaluate the teams. So give it some work and time to explore your idea and how you would utilize the AIoT within the use case and what your plan is during the hackathon and beyond. And please remember that you can send in as many submissions as you prefer, but only one can proceed to the hackathon. When you're happy with the project description, then send the submission. After this, your project proposal is registered on the website. In this phase, you need to ask the rest of your team to do the same and create a profile on the website. Then you, as a person who submitted the project, can then add the rest of the team members to the project and edit the project. So only one person adds the project, and this person will add the rest of the team members to join it. When it comes to the application format, I would like to highlight that the application language is English. So please write everything in English in your application. And this is also the reason why the webinar is now organized mainly in English. If you have already submitted your profile using Arabic language, you can still go and edit your submission. You can make all kinds of changes to your project description until the deadline. If you have some sign-up problems with your email, we advise you to try another email address, but if that doesn't work, you can contact us. And then just to remind you about the application deadline. So that is the 28th of September, midnight. And selected teams will be informed during the first day of October. Then it is time for the Q&A, and we will now go through the questions that have arrived to the chat. And depending on the question, one of us from Ultrahack side will answer, and if it's related to STC's or Nokia's presentation or topics, then I advise people from these companies to answer. So just a moment. Okay, I can see that someone said that they cannot join the Slack channel. Okay, we will take care of that and make sure that the Slack channel is available for you also. So maybe we have to fix it and then send it to the people who have been in this webinar via email after this webinar. Yes, and have there come up with any other questions? Yes, we are going to share the recording of this webinar after this. It is okay also to use your personal email address to sign up to the platform. How the project should be submitted and how to form our teams. So maybe, for example, Miikka from our side could clarify about this, but there is a lot of information also about this topic in the challenge website.
Okay, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, so I think that of course the best thing to start with is to think a bit about the project and think about it from your own kind of a perspective, that what you would like to do and what you're excited about in this given context. And also I think that the other thing is that when you started the project ideation, you could also think about some of your friends or colleagues that could maybe join the project, so you kind of ideate together. And I think that that probably is the first natural step that you should kind of consider. And I think that then when you have thought about the idea or the project that you would like to pursue and develop during the hackathon, then I think that would be then the right time to also send your project submission by using the platform and the guidance that was given here. And then I think that, like you heard from Katarina earlier, that the more complete and comprehensive you can write the description, the more highly likely it is that then you will get selected to the hackathon. And I think that then together with the project submission is, of course, adding the team members. I think that, of course, if you have members that you know and you have a previous working experience beforehand, I think you probably can be a bit more productive in an online environment. So I think that probably that would be the first choice in terms of the team formation, to tag along with people you do know and with you have worked with. But if you then are not finding other colleagues or students to join, then I think you can then also look at the Slack channel and introduce yourself, which could be then the other platform to be able to find some members to your team.
Yes, thank you, Miikka. And one question came also, is there any standard template for the submission of the proposal?
No. So it's basically an open field that you can then basically write the description as you wish. And also, I think there's the support, you can add their links. There was a question about the, I believe, a presentation. So I think that you can add the different pieces of content within the text field as well.
Yes, and also we are our team members from Ultrahack are currently answering some of the questions in the chat also. So for example, we want to clarify that after the deadline, we will select the approved teams and send you further instructions on how to join the actual hackathon. So the selected teams will be contacted in the beginning of October. And then the question came that if I don't have a team, is there any online community where I can look for teammates? There are some hackathons did this to help people find team members. So yes, as mentioned, we have this Slack channel, and we will make sure that the people also outside of Ultrahack or that everyone has the access there who are interested. So after this webinar, we will send the link to this Slack channel via email to all of you who have participated to this webinar. Then another question or comment. You said we will be able to raise more than one project in case both accepted. Can we choose which one we proceed with? Miikka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So basically how it goes is that the STC team, which is then designing and making the selections of the teams invited for the hackathon, will decide. And basically it's so that because we want to keep the focus, there is only one project approved from one team. And then the decision about which project to move forward with is then done by the STC in collaboration then with Nokia. But basically the customers in this example are then making that choice based on the submissions you have been then sending. So
yes. Then there is a question of we have 6 members in our team. Is it okay? So 2 to 4 people is advised to be the team size. Isn't it so, Miikka?
Yeah, that's correct. And basically we have now agreed earlier with the Nokia and STC that we limit the participation of the team members to 4. So I think that in the instance of 6, what I would recommend is that you would then break the team into 2. And I think that even with 3 persons, you will do well in the hackathon where the max is 4.
Yeah. Then we have still a few minutes time for the question. So please, if we haven't read your question yet, so please resend it. Okay, so what is the criteria for ideas to be approved? So probably that what is the criteria to be selected to the hackathon?
Yes, so yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So basically there are 2 things that are then looked at. First and then foremost, the most important thing is the project itself. And that's why I think that Katarina also mentioned in the beginning the importance to make it as comprehensive and detailed as possible, because that's the first thing that will be looked at. And then the second thing is that if there is then a lot of same level or equal submissions that the decisions need to be made of, then I think also the team is going to be important, so that in terms of the amount of persons and also the profile, that the information you will be adding. So those are the 2 things that will be looked at.
And then there is a question that is it so that the project must be implemented within the hackathon period?
No, so I think that that of course, you know, the more mature product and solution or even a concept you can produce, of course, the better. But definitely, I think that when we think about a 48 hours hackathon, it doesn't have to be totally ready or mature. But of course, I think that the more you can achieve and the more harder you work during the hackathon, it will definitely pay off.
Yes, and I think this was also answer to the latest question about the.
If you allow me,
yes.
Katerina, just to add
Yes.
one thing to what Mika just said. So as Mika just said, it's really great if you have your project very mature and ready, so this will distinguish you from the rest of the crowd. However, you don't need to have a very, you know, executable, ready project that you have to prototype. So the winner will be awarded later to make their project realized. So this will be in another step after the project. So the winner, we will be trying to help them make their project realized, assuming they have not realized it through the projects. Mika, if you want to add more on that, please go ahead.
Yeah, I totally agree. So no more to add on that.
Okay, good. And we can see that some of you have already joined the Slack channel and Slack community, so that is great to see. And as a reminder, so all you have to do for now, before the deadline, is to upload your submission and add your team members to that project in our platform.
I also saw that we have a question. Are they limited to Nokia products in the proposal, or can you use any third-party devices? Maybe we should have a partner answer that. Thank you.
So if you allow me, no, we are not limited to any kind of product. It's really based on the solution first and foremost.
Okay, thank you so much, Havazen.
Please, Katerina, allow me to add one small note, if you allow. So I noticed that some of those guys were saying they're not able to register. We have very good news for you. Ultrahack did excellent job today, and the problem has been solved. Now everybody should be in a position. When I say everybody, really everybody, STC guys as well as universities and those individuals using their own private email. So every one of you, please try again. Please try again. So you should be able to register smoothly and without any problem. If any problem happen, please don't hesitate to contact Ultrahack or contact us at STC. So this is very important. So I hope everybody understood this. So بالعربي نفرحكم الشباب بأنه الآن صرتوا يمكن تدخلون على الويب وتسجلوا بدون أي مشكلة. كانت عندنا شوي مشكلة قبلين بالريجستريشن في خاصة بشباب STC، والحمد لله المشكلة انحلت، والآن تكرما منكم تدخلون وتحاولون تفعلون ريجستريشن من جديد. وإذا شفتم أي مشكلة رجاء تتواصلوا مع الأولتراهاك ومع نحن جماعة STC. وشكرا. Thank you, Katerina. I am done.
Yes, thank you. And I think the last question is about the format of the idea, probably regarding the submission. So is the idea presented as presentation or presented as Arduino device?
You present your or submit your project in text form first and foremost, but of course it's possible to add any attachment. So if you want to add a video or a presentation or any other file, that is possible. So we highly appreciate if you use both. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, and then I think all the questions have been now.
We still have one.
Okay.
Is it possible to create something in the field of healthcare through artificial intelligence? Maybe this goes to the partners as well.
Is Mr. Dr. Yusuf or Mr. Tala?
Was the question I was?
Yeah, so the question was that, is it possible to create something in the field of healthcare through artificial intelligence?
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is healthcare is one of the domains that we are mentioning, and definitely you can do a lot of things around healthcare that will be adding value.
Okay, great.
So
if they have access to data where they can train it, they should go for it.
Great. Okay, so I think there were all the questions. So I would like to thank all of you for the interest towards the AIoT Hackathon with STC. And hopefully we will see all of your applications on the platform before the deadline, 28th of September. And thank you so much for all of our great partner organization representatives from STC and Nokia to share your expertise in this webinar as well. So the record will be sent to all of the participants. And thank you so much, and have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you.